Well, let's just do that. Take the prisoner's honey. This was the humiliated magician's advice. You locate a comfortable armchair in the Brandon and pour yourself a small measure of the honey into a little teacup. Ah, it was not powder. It was honey to be consumed. After you've cleaned it of the mushrooms, the pernickety factor has refused to partake. I keep watch. Besides, I don't know where it's been. You dream of a revel in a forest, a real forest with trees and vines. Young men and women run through the trees, laughing and dancing, while serpents look on from the branches. That's quite evocative. A large woman serves you tea. A straight-backed, officious lady invites you to play cricket. She is a mean batsman. Batsman. I think we saw that term used before. There are bad people, I guess. They do not speak of form at times. Their voices ring in your ears as you wake. So the old people, they came here and they wanted to live the life they couldn't live. So did they somehow hallucinate into some kind of dream that we are seeing here? Report your findings to the pernickety factor or conceal the truth from the pernickety factor. Ah. So we could leave them to their dream or inform the pernickety factor, which will likely grab them out of it. Well, the old people are of no use to us while they're absent. That being said, I'm not certain they are of any use to us while they're present. Because they're old fox. Also, nobody seems to give too much of a shit about hybris, except for the pernickety factor. Why did the pernickety factor come? I don't even remember that. Okay, apparently I could just leave this dialogue. Okay, fine. Then we have an opportunity to see... There. Okay, no more information. Well, we still have these two options. Also, it was some kind of crook magician that got them in that dream, right? At least that's what we collected from the magician at the circus. We just report it. The pernickety factor looks up from her tea when you wake. Didn't let it steep long enough, she sighs. Was the magician right? Her eyes widen as you begin your explanation. She sits in silence for a long while when you finish. So the colonists made a bargain with the serpents behind the glass. I can't help but wonder if we're... She shakes her head. London looks after its servants. Should you need assistance in the future, I'll put in a word. She intends to remain on Hybris for a little longer yet, and will not be departing with you. So we gained another cryptic benefactor. Okay. So we don't know what she's gonna do with that. The servant of London refers to us, because we sided with her there by telling her the truth. They made a bargain with the serpents behind the glass. Some kind of entity? It was the serpents they saw in the dream that made me think of the Garden of Eden, of course. Okay, well. We can warn the Hybris, there's no point, but... Okay, so still nothing there. Right, well, I guess we advanced that quest. Are we in a good enough condition to get exploring? We have 4 units of fuel, counting the one that we already tapped into just a little bit. So yeah, sure, we can go and explore here. And then we either hit... Well, no, it's not either. We don't hit the circus because there's no fuel at the circus. We hit Carrion. There's no fuel in Carrion. We have to hit either Lustrum or New Winchester. Oh jeez. I think 4 fuel is more than enough to hit Lustrum, but we can't spend too much time or waste fuel on the way. Thankfully our terror is pretty low, so we are not gonna get too many bad events. The safe thing to do would be to go straight to New Winchester, but... Let's keep going. We'll decide on the way. Yeah, as long as we are flying straight, with no fights, no events, we don't actually use that much fuel. A lonely span of sky, dappled with drifting spores. Hey. That didn't do it. We have quite the capacity for an alpha strike. In sovereigns or unusual items. Let's get the items. Gossip, right? Yeah, it's always gossip. I'm not even looking for stuff around. I just want to reach that place, and then we'll explore. I don't think I've heard that audio track before. We're getting to the cold area of Lustrum and Carrion. I have more than enough fuel to get to Lustrum, so yeah, I can afford to full scout. Was that just a passage with nothing in it? Yeah. Nothing. So there's a way to carry on here. They also sell supplies, right? Yes. There's something grave below us. Okay. The Niagara. Hey, Dilly. Footsteps march down the corridor. A mob of disgruntled crew is on its way. This time Dilly is roughly bundled under somebody's arm. A crewman removes a glove and thrusts his hand toward you. The better part of his index and second fingers are missing. What am I supposed to do about this? If I can't hold my spanner, I can't fix the engine. Hell, I can hardly put my boots on for all the extra knuckles I've got on my toes. That's where they're gone. They've had enough of the beast. They want you to resolve the master. Enough. She may be a monster, but she's your monster. Now and forever. Right. What? Got an achievement again, apparently. Lovely Dilly. You reassign the man to light duties for now. Sooner or later, Dilly will put all his knuckles back where they are meant to be. You can't get rid of her. Just look at her. Her sad, wet eyes. Her many-jointed legs reaching out to you. Her captor hands her over, and Dilly sniffs at your fingers curiously. She is calm now, a far cry from the skittish thing you first encountered in the hold. She certainly livens up the long, cold days in the sky, doesn't she? Why, you're never sure where your toes will end up next. Dilly is now suitable to act as your locomotive's mascot. That is amazing. What's the button again? Oh, Jesus. Please. Oh. That's here. Offices. Right, I need to be docked. Sweet, sweet Dilly. She lives in the vents of your cabin. Even for you, she rarely emerges. But if you sing softly and no one else is around, she can be convinced to climb down onto your bunk. Play with your mascot. She chitters, possibly fondly. At the moment, her favorite trick is to try to turn your fingers backwards without you noticing. She takes such innocent delight in drawing your attention to one finger while she shifts the knuckles on another. It's best to play along with it. The first time you caught her, she sulked for hours. Your left thumb was useless until she cheered up and wanted to play again. What have we gotten ourselves into? Jesus. Anyway, we've got Dilly. Let's not question anything else. If we leave the wreck untouched, we get terror. So we'll just force the doors open. And we find an uncanny specimen. Okay. Oh, hi. Please give me fuel. Ah, jeez. Debris. Ah, not gossip again. But just sovereigns is so disappointing. Anyway. That's what we get. Okay, we'll go all the way to Carillon just to hit it. We do have an order to complete there. It's gonna be some free money. And then we can choose either to go to New Winchester or to Lustrum. And given that we have started exploring that part of the sky, I guess we'll just go to Lustrum. Mother said illness is all in the mind. She'd fit right in here. What's your mother, the devil? There we are. A an overgrown shrine. Right, it's that shrine, which we will not steal from, but just contemplate. Get our terror down. Is there anything here? We could write a board report, sure. What's that? Visit the isolated office of an abstemious devil. You have not yet accepted the abstemious devil's commission. Huh. Does she have anything to tell us? No. Provide exquisite insight. I really need to do all of the penances for... We could just buy it using souls. Right? I think that's how it works. I really disliked the events last time we did that, so... Let's not dab into it. Dabble into it? I think it's double. Yeah. No thanks. So, that's where we need the nectar. We could buy ours. I think we already have some in store. But anyway, just buy the nectar and sell it. Amazing deal. We can get some supplies. I don't think we need any more nectar than what we already have. Do we want ours? It's cheap hours. Sure, let's get 2. And then we are going to Lustra. There could be something here. Oh, that's cash. We can read the ledger. We could have taken some fuel, but I don't want to have to come back here to replenish it. We certainly don't need to. Is there anything here? Ah, you're not gonna leave us a choice, huh? Oops. That is not a passage, so there's nothing. Okay. It's just gossip, I guess. One unit of fuel. Well, actually 2. You're good. So this leads to the desolation of Saliba. We saw a curator there last time. Not sure I will fight it if I see one again, but I do want to scout at least. Oh, there's a wreck.